All right, what's up, my brothers? In this video, I want to cover a 3-minute clip that was brought to my attention. It looks like one of these dating shows like Love is Blind or something to that effect, where this woman leaves the guy at the altar. And this is really a very good and strong and clear example of how toxic feminism and liberalism pollutes women's mind and redirects them away from what they want in life. Again, I've said this many times, women typically want marriage, they want children. It's generally good for them, especially when they marry up and across in a socioeconomic scale. But let's have a look at this clip here and we'll sort of dissect it in a moment. Here we go.
I love you so much, but I've always wanted a partner to be on the same wavelength.
Just gonna stop it there for a second. A partner, you're looking for a husband, a wife. Like, this is usually the language that we've used for a long time. Partner is one of these modern progressive sort of liberalism type of sound bites that you hear. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. You see these dorks all the time, and women call their husband or calling their wives their partner. You're not running a law firm. You're not equals. You are on different wavelengths in many aspects, but you can also be a complement to each other's lives. But let's continue on here.
And so today I can't.
The mouths are all open.
Sorry, but I don't want that to be misunderstood. I still love you and everything about you is amazing. And I care about you so much.
I care about you too. I love you so much. And I know I want to stay with you and keep growing our relationship if you'll let me.
Oh, that's like so painful for me to sort of deal with. Like, he's basically pandering and simping for her. And it's like, I want to stay around even though you don't want to be with me and you're about to leave me at the altar, but I still want you. It's like, it's a very bad look. It's a very soft beta male sort of plugged in look.
Okay, I love you. I know that the connection we have is so real and my heart is there. But we talked about a lot of the values that I hold so close to my heart. Making this decision, my mind is telling me I can't.
All right, I'm just going to sort of mute that and skip up a little bit because she walks out on him. There's a little bit of music. She's all, oh, I'm fine. Everybody come outside and follow me. And here's what happens next.
You got me.
So they sit in the car, and right off the bat, the first thing she says, she's fine, everything's okay, I'm so happy about this. Then she goes like, I'm numb, because she knows that she made a stupid mistake.
Like, I was really excited about then, and he's such a great person.
You'll also notice that the mom or the sister are saying nothing about, are you okay? Like, are you stupid in the head? You're walking away from this guy? There's no, a push back to, why are you making these dumb choices? It's like, I've said this before, a lot of the times women's worst enemy is other women, because it's like, they keep telling them over and over again, oh, you can do better, girl. You do what's right for you. They tell men, you do what's right. They tell women, you do what's right for you, sort of thing. So this is how things roll, right?
I just hope I made the right decision.
I just hope I made the right decision.
I mean, I knew the whole time coming into this.
This is where it gets interesting.
Like I asked him about Black Lives Matter, and I'm no expert, but when I asked him about it, he was like, I guess I never really thought too much about it.
That affected me, especially in our own city. How could it not? How did it not make you think about something?
I asked him too, what his church's views are, and he said he didn't know. So then I watched a sermon online
From his church.
about, sexual identity, and it was traditional.
I told that to Ben. He doesn't really have much to say about it, And I want him to think about that stuff.
Sometimes I did wonder if it was surface, fun, carefree love that we had. Equality, religion, the vaccine.
All right. Like I said, guys, this is what toxic feminism does to women. It pollutes their mind and it convinces them to believe in a narrative that doesn't serve family formation, children, wanting to find a strong, virtuous man that you can enter his frame and led by and build something of some significance or value. Instead, she basically went to the altar for clicks and validation, basically for the attention. She knew leading up to the altar because she had watched the sermon. She knows what his religious beliefs were. She didn't agree with them. They had a conversation about Black Lives Matter. He didn't contemplate it. I mean, he's white. So that's she mentioned Black Lives Matter. She mentioned sexuality, and what was the other thing? Oh, the vaccine was another thing that they disagreed on apparently at the end of that video. And it's like, she knew all of these things walking into the relationship and the ceremony at the altar. And she still decided to go to the altar for the validation and the attention and all that sort of stuff. And then she still walked away from the altar, obviously, because she wanted that little moment of her life to be recorded. Mom and sister never said anything are you okay? Is your head screwed on right? What are you doing? You're missing a great opportunity. And the funny thing is, when you look at this woman, she doesn't look like your typical, what you would think anyway, would look like a feminist. Tatted up, face piercings, bright purple hair, overweight, cut short hair, you know, stuff like that. Not that typical look. She looks traditionally feminine, right? Nice blonde hair, no visible tattoos in the dress, reasonably attractive if that's your type. I mean, that's all subjective, obviously. Well, not my type, but reasonably attractive if you know what I'm saying. And none of the visible cues, like none of the warning cues that most guys would typically look out for. And I've said this many times, guys, most women today, most women are feminists. It's just to what degree. And in fact, I would even go further than that now and say just about every woman is a feminist. It's just to what degree. So there's a lot of covert feminists out there that have been indoctrinated. They've bought into the notion of a partner, into equality, into things like Black Lives Matter and religious sermons that are all inclusive and equal. So whether you're straight or homosexual, you still get all this sort of stuff, or the alphabet crowd, LGBT, you know, all that sort of stuff. You get a lot of women that are completely drunk on that Kool-Aid, and it's not obvious when you look at them. So it's certainly a conversation that I think that you should probably have. You know, the woman, if it's something that you're contemplating to invite her into your life, or if you're doing something serious like putting a ring on her finger and getting married, or living in a way that looks like Married to the State. There's a chapter in my book, The Unplugged Alpha, titled Why Smart Men Don't Marry. If marriage is something on the horizon for you guys, you need to become familiar with that. So get my book. It's pinned below in the top comment. But you got to be very, very careful. And this video itself is an excellent example and exemplification of why you need to vet correctly, why you need to listen to what she says, and also watch what she does in her choices. Be very, very careful, gentlemen, about who you invite into your life, because women like this are not ideal. For her to go through all of this, to put him through the rigmarole of showing up on the stage for TV, for her views, for her validation, whatever it is you want to call it, for all of that to be a quote-unquote thing, it's very disturbing in my opinion. You'll also notice in that video, where was dad in the picture? Why was there no father in the car? Why didn't he show up in that scene? And I'll tell you why. You know, it's very unfortunate. You know, maybe mom divorced him and he disappeared. He was pushed out of the family, the mom. Either way, he's not there. And it's fathers that play an incredibly important role in making sure that daughters are growing up into proper women. Dads have always been the gatekeepers of their daughters, making sure that they make good decisions, or hopefully better decisions than being left on their own. And again, sister and mom did nothing to say, he's a great guy, are you okay? Like, why are you being stupid over something this trivial? But instead the enforcement comes of, well, you do what's right for you, girl. If his religious sermons aren't agreeable to you, if his views on the vaccine aren't agreeable to you, if he doesn't show up at the BLM protest or riot, and that's not good enough for you, then you should ditch him. All of that is absolute stupidity. That's all I'm going to say about any of those things, guys. Avoid women like this like the plague. There's 21 red flags. If you guys are new to my work, you can actually download that chapter of the book for absolutely free. You just opt in my email list. It's also pinned below. And if you want to get into the deepest, most useful, resourceful stuff that I've put together, that's all in my School of Unplugging. It's a community. There's loads and loads of video content that I've never published anywhere else. I've got a team of experts that do weekly calls along with me as well, Zoom calls that are all private. You can ask any question you want. There's meetups, a whole bunch of stuff. Check out the School of Unplugging. It's less than $50 a month. No long-term commitment. You can cancel anytime. See you guys later. Peace out.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show